Hey, it's BGV, and welcome to episode 11, ladies and gentlemen, of Let's Play The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, the 100% series. The big, juicy, crunchy, yummy, delicious series. Also, look at these strange dogs. What the hell is happening here? What is this? I mean, they look good. They definitely look like a mod pack or something. Like, what is that? What is this? You guys okay? Kazune and Bailey. I'm not even remembering the dogs from the base game. Like, what are they even from? That's really weird. Also, that lady in the green there is interesting, but we're not going to be dealing with that just yet. Welcome back to episode 11, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're all enjoying the playthrough. Man, it feels good to be alive again and to have a series that feels alive again and to just have so much enthusiasm and joy to play something again. Not that I didn't before, but, you know, again, it's just like I needed something juicy to sink my teeth into, you know? Man, it's been a long time, as I keep saying. Hopefully we'll get Elder Scrolls 6 too. Sky Oblivion as well. Some big stuff down the pipeline. Probably Fallout 3 remastered, if not remade, as well as New Vegas, I would bet. I would bet Bethesda's going to see this and probably go, oh, so people want to see this sort of thing. And the answer, of course, is yes. Bethesda. Yes, we do. Please make more. Yes. But that's all in the future. For now, more Oblivion. So let's go talk to Vanilla Wonton, who, has a new quest for us for the Fighters Guild.
Greetings. I see you've been keeping yourself busy. This is good. I believe it's time for you to perform some duties for your guild.
Oh, duties, right. So there's like contracts, but then there's duties. And again, Vanilla Wonton is like the main person of the entire Fighters Guild pretty much, although it obviously branches off into Cheydinhall and of course Anvil. Yes, tell me about my duties, Vanilla Wonton.
We are a brotherhood, a family. What affects one of us affects us all. Fighting, drunkenness, dereliction of duty are not tolerated. I would like you to speak with Modrin Orion. He will assign you any duties that are currently pending. Good luck to you.
Interesting how she pronounces his name, Modrin Orion. I thought it would be like Orion. Anything else about these duties, ma'am?
For now, Modrin Orion will be handling your duty assignments. Please speak with him. Bye.
Bye. Multiple duty assignments. What are these porters just run up? Bro. I'm supposed to be here. You're freaking me out.
Ready for duty?
What's up?
How do you do?
Yes,
I
sir.
heard. What do you want? I suppose you've come looking for duties, huh?
That's what I was ordered to do, sir. Yes, I'm looking for my duties.
Duties for you. Fine. I'll speak slowly so you can keep up. I want you to contact Maglir.
Oh, God, this quest. Every time this quest comes up, I always forget it's in the Thieves Guild, and I'm always like, this one. This will be interesting for our character, though. And who's Maglir?
He's one of your Fighters Guild brothers, but he's defaulted on a contract. We can't allow that. Makes us all look bad.
Agreed. And what's the details of this defaulting?
He didn't finish out a contract in Skingrad. Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. He's raw like you. Go and find out what's wrong with him.
What's wrong with him? Anything else about Maglir, sir?
Yes, Maglir. Find him. See why he defaulted. I swear, I've scraped things off the bottom of my boots that were smarter than you.
Yes, sir. I was just trying to make sure that I can do my duties to the best of my abilities, but thank you, sir.
Don't just stand there.
Weapons at fire.
You got it. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Reminds me of Epic. I think that's a line in Epic the musical, right? I'm on my way. It's been a while. I've been listening to so many musicals outside of Epic. Epic got me into other musicals, so I've been listening to so much stuff, man. Book of Mormon, the Beetlejuice musical, Hamilton. I was never ever a musical guy, and now I'm listening to so many musicals. I'm on my way. Why can't I'm on my way? Oh, that's right. It's the first song, The Horse and the Infant. Yes, in Epic the musical. What do you fight for? I'm on my way. Yeah, anyways. Okay, so, excited for this because Skingrad, one of my favorite towns in all of the Elder Scrolls. Skingrad is so freaking awesome. Very excited to see how it looks in this new remaster. Tilmo!
You need to see Ugak if you want to buy a horse. She's inside.
Man, the High Elves look so weird in this game. Again, that's the only negative I would say. I don't know if I buy the redesigns of the races. I get they tried to, I guess, make it like goofy, like the OG, but
Goodbye.
man, oh man, it's just a little weird looking. Maybe I'll just warm up to it. Door to Grateful Past stable. So the infamous DLC is in one of these stables. I don't think it's this one though, is it? Which stable has it? My God, that noise was like insanely loud.
Well met.
Hi.
What is it, sir?
Was hoping you could give me some info on... Oh, okay, you don't even have any info on the place that you were guarding. Never mind. But do you know anything about Maglir?
Oh, him. He's been around. Mostly at the West Weald, staring at the bottom of a flagon of ale.
Thank you. Okay, cool. I didn't
too.
expect to get a quest update from that. All right, into Skingrad, which is probably the most medievally, said in Dr. Evil's voice, town in all of the Elder Scrolls, honestly. Like, I feel like when you think of, like, a medieval sort of, cobblestone pathways, then high-arched, I don't know if that's specifically medieval, but, high-arched sort of buildings like this. I think of Skingrad. Skingrad is freaking awesome, man. Honestly, one of the best designs of any city ever in any Elder Scrolls ever. Also, this is a very interesting tavern, the West Weald Inn. I love the colors there. A little bit of, what would you call that, teal? Got a robin egg blue, sort of. Wooden door to the West Weald Inn, which I guess the West Weald is specifically like the western side of Cyrodiil, right? Okay, so we got little Maglir there, but actually we're going to go into the reinforced door.
Hello.
To Cinderion's cellar. We're not going to go into it, but we're going to use it is what I'm trying to say. Because, as many people probably know, down here is a very interesting character. The one and only...
What can I do for you today? You here to bring me some Nirnroot?
Cinderion. Man, yeah, I don't... The High Elves look very bizarre to me. A bit alien, but I guess, they're related to the Aliid, right? Okay. I wonder what Cinderion says about Maglir. Have you heard of Maglir?
He's around here somewhere. Has been for days. No trouble, really.
Interesting. I wonder if that's specifically like a Cinderion line for him. So, this is the Nirnroot, guys. Many people probably know. This is the man we will see time and time and time again to give him Nirnroot. Do you know anything about a Nirnroot?
Yes, Nirnroot. Haven't seen any yet. It appears as a slightly glowing shoot that grows right out of the ground.
Not interested in plants? Yes, tell me about that odd root.
A few years ago, an adventurer not unlike yourself sold me a musty old tome containing alchemical formulas. Most of them were worthless. But one of the moldy pages contained a recipe for a potion known as an elixir of exploration, a sort of ultimate dungeon delver's brew. The formula looked sound, except it required an extremely rare ingredient. Yes, you guessed it, the Nirnroot. I put the book aside, because frankly, I had so many other delicate experiments going on that I just didn't have the time to go plant hunting. Now that you're here, that changes things.
I see. And tell me more about this elixir of exploration.
The elixir of exploration is a multi-purpose potion that was obviously created with the dungeon explorer in mind. The formula describes many magnitudes of the brew. If you're interested, I wrote a short missive about it for the Imperial Alchemy Symposium. You bring me 10 samples of Nirnroot, and I'll make the elixir available to you at a huge discount, as well as give you one for free. The best place for you to start would be Shade Leaf Copse, which is a part of the Great Forest northeast of here. Good luck, and hurry back with more of the Nirnroot.
Ooh, I'm so excited to see Shade Leaf Copse in this new style. I've now found Really? Wow. And hopefully I saved them, because we would have to go to Dunbarrow if I didn't. I've now found a total of 10 Nirnroot. I should return to Cinderion and Skingrad so we can begin crafting an elixir of exploration from them. Unfortunately, I don't think I have all of them on hand. Oh no! It's still glitching with the weapons, because I do believe we have Caliban's Grim Retort equipped. Yeah, I don't even know if my PS5 downloaded a patch, and I did check to see if this game was fully updated, so I don't know if they didn't push a patch out to the PS5 or not, Because he should have the weapon in his hand, and he does not. He should also have the shield in his hand, and he does not. So anyways, let's go to alchemy, and we're going to look for that nerd root. Do we have 10 on hand? I'm betting the answer to that is no, but it is in fact yes. Fantastic. Also, before we do that, he did give us a book, and if I remember correctly, the joke here is that he says it's a very short missive on nerd root, but it's like insanely long. So let's see. We got the Nerd Root missive, and yeah. It feels condensed because I think this new style of presentation makes it look smaller, but I believe it is just as long. So I'm going to let you read this if you want. I do want to read it. It sucks because, like, I do really want to read these in this playthrough, especially when anything is, like, quest related. I find it really interesting. However, it takes up so much time, and I just imagine most people probably want to keep the playthrough moving. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's specifically like the really long stuff like that Nerd Root missive.
How goes the search?
Hello. I've found, it's interesting you could say this again. I found 10 Nerd Root, Sendarion.
If you need to know more about the Nerd Root, read the missive.
No, I read it. I definitely glanced, but I have enough for the elixir now.
Fantastic. You actually found 10 of the Nerd Root. I'll begin making the elixir of exploration right away. According to my research from the tome, I'll need at least 20 more Nerd Root to make the next magnitude of elixir. In any case, if you come back in about 24 hours, I should have the weaker elixir ready for you.
The weaker, but I could take the strong stuff. 10 Nerd Root removed from the player's inventory. Oh, that's interesting. He goes and brews it. I don't think that happened in the past. He's like actually brewing the potion. That's new, right? I'm pretty sure he didn't do that previously. Very cool if that's the case. Okay, so I think you could just wait in this very spot, but I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to move out here, and then we're going to wait for 24 hours. We're going to literally stand in the same exact spot for 24 hours. Which leads me into the common question of the episode, or the quote, as I call it, which is, what is your favorite film? I'm probably going to ask a lot of Elder Scrolls type questions, but I have also done that in previous episodes with other series. So I'm curious to just know about y'all as an audience and whoever's watching this, whatever opinions you may have. I love discussion. So what is your favorite film? For those that don't know, I'm a huge fan of films. I consider myself a cinephile. I love going to the movie theaters and watching films. One of my greatest hobbies, I guess, although, you know, it doesn't take much to watch a film, but yeah, it's definitely an interest of mine. When I was a kid, I even had dreams of being a director, although I wouldn't say I do anymore, but as a kid, I definitely was interested in doing that. Maybe some other alternate universe path.
Any more luck finding Nerd Root?
No, but I'm here for the elixir of exploration.
Here's a weak elixir of exploration. Not bad, eh? If you want more, you can buy them from me. I've discounted them for you, of course.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So we get the weak elixir of exploration. I do wonder if they changed any of these sort of things, because some of these things are not that powerful. If we take a look at the weak elixir of exploration, fortify health on self 20 points and Night Eye on self for 300 seconds. So next dungeon we're in, let's make sure to use that because I do want to see how Night Eye looks. And actually, we're going to be going to a dungeon in this quest, I do believe. So that'll be great. So Maglir.
What is it now?
Hi, Else God-hater or Elsie? Just like giving me just looks mad at me for some reason.
What is it?
Oh my God.
They send you to find me?
Oh my God, it's crazy how they changed some of these characters. Like Maglir, I definitely remember his OG, and right then and there, they made him look exactly like I would think that he would look in like a modernized version. You must be Maglir.
I'm Maglir. What do you want?
I've heard you've defaulted on a loan, Maglir.
Defaulted? I suppose so. I'm not paid enough to do the job. I was supposed to find Brennus Astus's journal.
And what is Brennus Astus's journal? What an unfortunate name.
That was my job. They said it was in Fallen Rock Cave. You ever been in there? Didn't think so. I'm not going back. Not for that kind of money. If you care that much, you go find it. The contract's yours. It's not worth it for what the guild is paying. I've got a family to think about.
Well, you should have thought of that before you signed up for the adventurers for the Fighters Guild now, shouldn't you?
Whatever.
Whatever. Okay, so yeah, by the way, you're going to need 50 billion Nern roots. That's, I think, just a little bit over-exaggerating, so FYI. Again, make sure you're getting all the Nern roots you can find whenever you're near a, a body of water. Good idea to check for it. But we'll do that throughout our adventure, and of course, be able to do it eventually. There's Fallen Rock Cave. Ooh, I like how the places you have not been to but know about look. Like, that looks really good, the little hollowed out sort of thing. We do have a horse, by the way, right? Which means the horse should spawn with us when we fast travel to a location. We should have Prior Maberel's horse here with us when we fast travel. But this always happens to me every single playthrough where we fast travel and there's no horse to be found. So, I don't know what that means. Typically, it means your horse is dead. God, that gate sound is, like, insanely robust. Anyways, yeah, I don't know if our horse is dead or what. Obviously, if we sprint around... Oh, my God. If we sprint around, yeah, we'll be able to get athletics. I heard about how the running looked in third person. People were asking me to use third person, which, yeah, we're going to explore every facet of this game, so don't you worry. It just might take us, some time to get to certain things. I heard the running was like that. Jeez Louise. Okay, yeah, let's go into minor third person for this episode. Anyways, my favorite film, by the way, if you're interested, is the Lord of the Rings trilogy. If I had to pick one, I would definitely say The Return of the King. But yeah, whenever people ask me this question, it's come up in streams and stuff. Yeah, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. In my opinion, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which I'm saying the trilogy, is the best film trilogy to ever exist, the best, project like that to ever happen. Even if fantasy is not your thing, it's like, God, what a masterpiece, and The Return of the King won an Oscar for Best Picture, right? Which is crazy for a fantasy film. So, yeah, huge fan of The Lord of the Rings, and, yeah, The Return of the King, man. I love it so very much, and I love the Fellowship of the Two Towers. It's such great stuff. So that would be my pick, personally, for favorite film of all time. But I would love to know your favorite film of all time. And I did not forget, we're going to go ahead and drink that Elixir of Exploration. And let's take a look at what Night Eye does. So in the old game, it would make your whole screen blue as hell. But now, let's see what it looks like. Oh. I mean, yeah, it's probably more helpful, I suppose. Just bash that rat's brain in. Charlie would be proud. All right, let's block that arrow. Oh, look at that way we kind of jerk back there. Hit me. Come on, hit me. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should up the difficulty. I'm going to up the difficulty again. As people have been talking about, yeah, I do feel like it's weirdly balanced. Expert seems to take a massive jump, and, Elder Scrolls in difficulty has always been kind of weird. It's not a very dynamic difficulty, if that makes sense. It's a little more odd how they do it. But, yeah, it is a little too easy now. So we will buff up the difficulty. Man, this looks great. Even the Night Eye, yeah, it definitely seems more helpful. Like, you could definitely see more in the night here. I think it's a lot more helpful. Just bashing that rat. I think it's a lot more helpful than, oh, God, the zombies. I love how they shamble around. They look so good, shamble. I love the zombie upgrade, man. Anyways, what was I talking about? Hit me, come on. Hit me! Yeah, we still... I wonder if they did upgrade... I mean, the thing is, I don't know if I did get a patch or not on PS5. I feel like I didn't, because I feel like I would have noticed it. God, I just love how the weight of, like, hitting things actually feels like something. Oblivion never really had that. And obviously, it was for the time. So it's fine. But, yeah, the weight of, like, your attacks now. It even feels better than Skyrim. Not that Skyrim really had the weight thing either, I don't think. I don't think Skyrim really had... I'm trying to remember. Did Skyrim really have, like, a weight to attacks and stuff? I don't feel like it did. God, I just... Like, look at that. That's so good looking. Just seeing the zombie shuffle towards you and then, like, absorbing the skills from the zombie with this night eye effect going on. And then like hitting him to the from the left side, like with the mace, and how he like swings into it or away from, you know, the hit. Jeez Louise, it's so good. It's really just so much better than I would have thought. I know I keep repeating myself, but I'm honestly just astounded. Like, you gotta realize, man, as a Bethesda fan, no shade, but again, since Fallout 4, like, I just haven't really felt a hefty level of excitement. And again, I know Virtuos did this, but God, it's just like, it really does feel like the best thing they could have possibly done. Outside of the performance stuff, which again, hopefully eventually gets patched or whatever, if that's possible. Outside of that, it just really feels like, yeah, this was the best that they could have done at remastering this game, or remakester it. I'm gonna be calling it remakester. I love that term. That's really what it is. It's exactly what it is. Okay, so we can go down or we can go this way, and we'll try to fully explore the caves too. So yeah. Oh gosh. I just love how it, like, God, everything looks so cool, man. Yeah, it does feel better to me, too. I don't know if I'm just, like, wanting to like everything, but, like, I'm feeling like it was patched and things do just feel overall better. In the early game, like, me experiencing this, I don't know. It just felt like the health bars, how they were moving and stuff like that. I don't know if it was as solid as I would have liked. Whereas now, it does feel a little more snappy. The enchanted item is about to deplete. Oh, my God. We have so many enemies through there. Man, it looks... It's just so atmospheric. I love how, like, just the swing, the animation that's attacking everything. All right, we gotta be careful. Yeah, by the way, I like third person too. It kind of gives you a better FOV, field of view. It, like, you know, you can see more. So you can make strategic choices a little better. Okay, all right. So I think we do have some soul gems, right? So we can do something we haven't done yet. If we open up the inventory and go to our weapons, Caliban's Grim Retort. Oh, interesting. There's no way to recharge this. Wait, how do I even... Yeah, now that I realize it, how do I even see the charge of this thing? Typically, it would show you in the inventory in the old school days. Caliban's Grim Retort. There's no charging icon. Also, this thing is worth a lot, by the way. 3,000 gold. Show details? Maybe that's it? Yeah. There we go. So, enchanted, unequip, and then here charges 0. How do I ever... Okay, do you have to just... Maybe... I feel like this was just Oblivion in general. Maybe we have to go to miscellaneous and then find a soul gem. Yep. So petty soul and empty. So we're going to go to this. If it has a soul inside of it, then you can use it to recharge. I love how the soul gems look, by the way. So we're going to use... Weird. It doesn't even say press X to use. Okay, then recharge. And now we have a bit of recharge on the Grim Retort, although I don't think by much. And we want to get rid of the skeleton, because the skeleton is going to be weaker. Oh my God, he's blocking? What the heck? That block really threw me off. All right, we're in a bit of a struggle here now, because I need to get... Man, we keep finding ourselves in this, like, exact position where, like, we can't get the one guy dead and he's, like, perfectly getting blocked by the other guy so that he won't get removed as a threat. Anyways, we may have to use some healing here. We do have a lot of potions, so this is not only healing us, but also getting rid of some of these... Some of the carry weight. And yet, looks like it still has the same thing where if you drink a certain amount of potions, it will block you. Can you die, you stupid skeleton? It will block you from being able to drink other potions. Whew! Alright. Yeah, that was a little scary. This does feel more balanced, though, but it's hard to tell with Oblivion just because the leveling system and the scaling and the whatever. Like, it's so weird to tell, like, what is happening in the midst of combat in terms of difficulty. Alright, so we got one more enemy somewhere. And then the bottom left, I really like how you can see how much time is left. I mean, I guess they always had that in, like, the top right back in the day. But now, yeah, if you look at the bottom left, you can see the effect. So the potion of exploration is going to run out soon here. Also, the combat music is still going on. Oh, boy. Okay. Things are definitely harder now. So, we're going to back up over here. Now, Caliban's Grim Retort is again out of charge. And I don't have any other soul gems, do I? Let's take a look. Petty soul gem, but they're not filled. Lesser soul gem? empty. Not good. So we would need Soul Trap to recharge this, so we're going to switch to a different weapon now. This thing is 9 base attack, so we might as well switch to the Dwarven Longsword, although this is honestly cooler, but our blade is higher. I believe our blade skill is higher, so we're going to switch to this, because it should be better now. We're going to block that attack. Good! There's still more enemies up there. There goes the potion. Alright, so we're going to have to be careful here. Let's go into sneak. Yeah, we got 2 enemies in here. Oh, I love how this cave looks, man. Oh, that's right. It's this cave. I remember the layout of this, too. Yeah, with this, like, little ravine in the center. Yeah, let's pop that sucker open. 11 gold, thank you. Did we take that? We did. Okay, so combat music's still going on, which is how you can tell that enemies are aggroed onto you. So they're probably down there in that pit, I would imagine. Ooh, this would be a good time to use some range stuff. So, I think our character would shudder at the fact of us using nasty magic. But I gotta do what I can do. Or I gotta do what I gotta do. So, we're gonna use, I believe it's called Flare, right? Come on, shoot me. Come on. What are you, a Minecraft skeleton? Come on, shoot it. Do it. Yeah, we missed him there. We have no magicka left. Ooh, boy. Yeah, all right. We'll just keep going on. Yeah, expert definitely seems to be a challenge thus far, but I like the challenge. We looted this chest, right? We did, in fact, loot that chest. So we're going to go this way. And, oh, my God. I was about to heal myself, and then the whole thing came crashing down. Are we supposed to be able to go through this? I don't know. Whenever there's rocks, I always get a little anxious in the Elder Scrolls. If you know, you know. This is just flat out a dead end. This place is literally called Fallen Rock Cave, right? So it makes sense. All right, come on. Come on, get me over. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, you don't want to be in this scenario where your guy's like perma falling. This is really bad. So I think we can get out of it. We might just need to get our fatigue back at the bottom right here. God, I got to remember I'm not on PC either, so if I do genuinely get stuck, it's going to be really bad because I can't TCL out. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Typically, where there's a will, there's a way. In that type of scenario. Is that genuinely just a dead end? Like, what was the point of that? So are we supposed to fall into the pit? I guess we are. There has to be another path into the pit, I would assume. Typically, you don't have to take fall damage. But I fell into the pit. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, by the way, if you take falling damage, it does increase your acrobatics, which is what happened right there. Whoa. No, this was a thing, right? Whoa. After long, arduous hours of practicing jumping and controlling your falls, you have become an apprentice of acrobatics. You are now able to dodge by pressing L2 and triangle while moving, allowing you to quickly reposition yourself and avoid attacks. Whoa. Okay, whoa, we just did it. Whoa! Okay, hold on, you freaking skeleton. New mechanics, you jerk. Try to do something cool. All right, I want to kill one of these and actually practice this dodge, because that's really cool. I feel like that is new. Oh, my freaking God, these skeletons. They're so annoying. All right, let's drink some potions. Again, it's also going to get rid of... actually, we'll eat the cheese wheels, too, although that just restores fatigue. Cheese wedge fatigue. Yeah, I need health, man. I need health. Let's go down to potion of healing. Boopity, boopity, boopity. And then, yeah, if you drink too many potions, it'll say that you can't drink anymore. All right, we got to get one of these dumb skeletons killed so I can focus on dodging. So there's that one. He's going to loosen arrows as soon as he sees me. Look at this guy hiding behind here. You jerk. Okay. Here, shoot me. Block that. Block that. Why won't you die? All right. Now we can dodge. Like, this guy, oh my God, he's just like rapid firing. Yeah, look at that. That's so interesting. Okay. Yeah, I want to... It's a bad time for trying to learn a new mechanic while you're also getting, like, literally shot at while you just increase the difficulty. Ugh, God. Whew, that was stressful. Okay, so anyways, yeah, I wanted to test that new dodge out because that was really exciting, but these skeletons were a little too tough. So L2 and triangle to dodge. Now, in the original game, I do feel like there was a dodge mechanic, but it didn't feel like that. It didn't feel like an actual, like, modern day game mechanic. It kind of, You just kind of jerkily move. Now, they might have just translated the same exact mechanic. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think that they did. Also, this place is... Jeez Louise, this is a confusing layout. I think we've been here. Empty chest. It's a good way to tell if you check the chest. Okay, so yeah, we went up, and then now we're going down into the pit. I fell into the pit. So that's really interesting. Now, I want to see how that works in first person if we dash. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. These little gameplay mechanics. Oh, that probably means, because there was a... Oh, look at the fish. They're so colorful. There was a rumor that they were going to add parrying. So what that means is there probably is a parrying mechanic, but it would just tie into the block, I would imagine. Like, if you level up block, you know, you'll be able to unlock a parry mechanic, I would think. And if that's a thing, that's going to be very exciting. Okay, so we got a chest with gold mort flesh, and then we've got Brennus Astius's journal, which we will read because this is actually quest-related. Various studies on the fall of Cyrodiil. Brennus Astus scholar. Much of the journal has become unreadable. The Cyrodiilic rat appears less aggressive than its counterpart in various other provinces. They are prevalent in all parts of Cyrodiil, equally at home in basement dwellings, caves, ruins, or grasslands. They are known to carry disease, and their bites can be painful. Illegible. They are once thought to be intelligent. They are social creatures, often appearing in groups numbering 20 or more. The largest male dominates this clan structure and seems to have breeding rights with all the females of reproductive age. Younger males will often challenge the older, dominant males in a fight to the death. Their horns lock, the two minotaurs will wrestle until one can no longer continue. This often... missing. Called billies by many of the local farmers, but is the so-called land drow actually of any relation to the sea-dwelling drow? There certainly seem to be similarities in morphology, especially in the region of the head and thorax, and they produce the same drow wax found in the aquatic creatures. However, while true drow are known to be cunning, even intelligent, these land drow demonstrate none of the same intelligence. They are violent and aggressive, killing indiscriminately. Some believe them to be of Daedric origins, perhaps related to the spider Daedra. That, however, is not the opinion of the researcher. It appears more likely that the land drow are a distant relative of the true drow, perhaps an ancestor from far back on the evolutionary timeline. Missing. Much has been made of the fact that trolls can be killed only by application of fire, whether it be by spell or torch. This is, in fact, a myth. Trolls do seem to have a weakness to fire and fire-based spells and a fantastic ability to regenerate tissue, but they can be killed by conventional means. One should note, however, that trolls should absolutely not... The rest of this journal is unreadable. Okay. So there's what we were looking for, and I think that is basically this entire cavern explored. I found Brennus Astus' journal. I should either speak with Maglir or tell Madrin Orain that the contract is now completed. And I wonder what would be... God, man, these caves look so good. The lighting and everything. I really was not ready for how atmospheric this game would look, especially in something like a cave. With the lighting playing off the walls, you know how the walls basically like absorb the light. So good. Anyways, yeah, I think what we would want to do is talk to Maglir first. Now, we came into here from one of these paths. It's interesting, you can kind of see into there from there. Let's go this way. Yeah, I think we'll talk to Maglir first, but I don't think Maglir will enjoy what Vaurelius has to say to Maglir. Or what, you know, I don't think the conversation's going to go well, because Maglir seems to be a little petty worm-type character. And Vaurelius really would not respect that sort of character at the end of the day, you know? All right, so back into the overworld. And then we're going to hit down on the D-pad to open up the map, and we're going to go back to Skingrad, which I always think of whenever I say the word Skingrad. And again, let me know in the comment section below, what's your favorite film, ladies and gentlemen? Favorite recent film is Sinners, as we just talked about, I think, in the last episode. But favorite film overall would be the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Fellowship, Two Towers, and Return of the King, all together. Because, you know, you got to watch all three. You just got to. It's not the type of thing you kind of do piecemeal, ultimately.
What? You're still around? I've told you why I defaulted on the contract. Not too much else to be said about it. Do what you must.
I see. Well, to let you know, I found Brennus Astus' journal.
You found it, huh? Good work, I guess. Well, take it back to Orin then. He can pay you on the contract. Tell him what you want about me.
What? I thought he, like, tries to worm his way into you giving him credit. I'll need to report your failure.
I understand about duty. Don't get me wrong. Should have been more than one guy on this job, and I've got my family to think about. They come first.
Am I crazy, or did they change what he says about the... My memory is that Maglir is a total worm, and he tries to work with you to get the credit, even though he defaulted. I don't remember that at all, but that's also the original voice actor, which I'm pretty sure, I mean, the original voice actor voiced the adoring fan or whatever in Starfield, so I'm pretty sure Bethesda, you know, still works with that guy. But why do I feel like that was completely changed? That's really weird. Any rumors, Maglir?
I suppose Count Hasseldor keeps Skingrad running smoothly, but you hardly ever see the man.
What the heck?
Whatever.
Whatever. That's so weird. What? Yeah, because now he's like, no, it's fine. You can tell him I failed. I get it. I swear to God, that was not the case. Unless my memory's just entirely wrong about him. Which, if that's the case, I'm sorry, Mr. Maglir. I didn't mean to characterize you in a bad way. I just thought you were a worm beneath my feet that I could crush with one solitary toe. But you seem to be a better guy than I remember. How odd! Also, why did I not travel to actually inside Coral? What the heck? Why did I travel inside the gates? I guess this one. Why did I not just go to the north gate? I'm confused. Anyways, let's go over here. Bum bum ba bum be do bum be do ba do ga do ba zoo.
Get a move on.
Whoa! What the heck? I am not touching my controller there. Look at this. I'm like turning the camera.
May you
What the
be
hell's
forever
happening?
blessed.
Just that handy stables.
That was weird.
now.
Why are you talking to me? Shouldn't you be finding Maglir?
Sir, I found Maglir. So we can say Maglir or defaulted, which is interesting. I guess we'll say Maglir.
So, I assume you've dealt with Maglir. Tell me about why he defaulted on his contract.
Well, yes, I have the details of him defaulting.
You've got the journal. Good. So, what happened in Skingrad?
Well, Vaurelius would just tell the truth, honestly. He didn't default. There's not really a reason to defend this guy. He straight up just wormed out of it. I completed the task. Here's the journal.
You did it? I'll be talking to Maglir soon. I don't need one wet ear covering for another. Still, the job got done. Here's the reward.
Quest completed, unfinished business, and 200 gold, which we're not really making a lot of money, but hopefully eventually we'll get an upgrade and get some more money here. Any other duties, sir?
Back for more work, are you? Good. Some of our boys are causing trouble in Leyawiin. Looks bad for the guild.
Oh my God, we're going to like all the city's rapid fire now. What's happening with this trouble?
Some of your brothers have been getting rowdy at the local tavern. I've got no problem with cutting loose, but I don't like it when we all look bad. You're looking for Vaurelius, Vantus Prelius, and Dubak Groshok. I haven't had any trouble with them before, so find out what's going on.
The plot thickens, ... I wonder if he has the same Owen response to the rumors. Any rumors, Modron?
Sometimes I just go look at the Great Oak. Magnificent, don't you think?
Yeah, it's the most notable thing about Coral.
I'll be
Protect your
waiting.
heart.
Oh, wait,
Really?
bye! Yeah, I forgot. We got to return to the arena, too. I'm trying to do this playthrough a little bit different than I typically do, like going through one guild all the way. The arena is also a great place to get some money, and we have leveled up. But we still don't have a really good weapon. Unfortunately, any enchanted thing like really runs out of charge very quickly, typically. Which is why there are certain weapons that are very, very, very good for sustaining the charge. Okay, so let's go to Questices. We got Drunk and Disorderly, which is taking us over to Leyawiin, even though it's not giving me any sort of quest marker, because I guess they want me to figure out the info myself. So to the 5 Riders Stables. Leyawiin's a really interesting town. Not my favorite, but not my least favorite also. Leyawiin is quite a cool place, as we will see. Very yellow. It's a very yellow place.
Hey,
What
I
up?
can't sell you any horse flesh. You'll have to go inside and talk to Catface.
Horse flesh? Have you heard of any people causing trouble in Leyawiin?
There are some folks causing trouble, that's for sure. Head over to the Five Claws Lodge. You'll see.
Now that's a new voice actor
Bye.
too.
Bye.
Yeah, that's definitely a new voice actor as well. Who is this? Hello?
Well met, adventurer. A moment of your time, if you please.
Does this guy have a quest? I don't remember this.
Perhaps you'll be able to assist me. I'm after some skooma dealers.
Some skooma dealer. I'm not remembering this at all.
Do tell about these skooma dealers.
A small group of skooma dealers led by a Dunmer named Kylius Lanavo is holed up in the Grohlvana settlement just up the road. I've been trying to catch Lanavo for months, but every time I approach the place, his lookout sees me, and he goes running. I need someone to go in there and put a stop to those fetchers. I don't care what it takes. We must get that poison they're selling off the street. Bring me Lanavo's ring as proof he's been dealt with, and I'll give you the bounty on him.
I don't remember this at all. Raid on Greyland? Could just be I haven't done this quest in 1,000 years. Okay.
Any other info about these skooma dealers?
Don't turn your back on Lanavo for a second. He wouldn't think twice about burying his blade there.
He sounded like a rough customer. I wasn't thinking of doing that. Lyrexis.
Be vigilant. Lanavo is a snake.
I feel like I'm genuinely just gaslighting myself because I'm like, I don't remember this, but also I'm pretty sure, although that was Wes Johnson's voice, and I know they did bring him back, at least I'm 99% sure, for this remakester. So, I mean, they could have had him voice that character and make it new, but I just don't, I'm such in a weird spot of like, did they add new quests? Anyways, wow, look at Leyawiin. Oh my god, every town is like such a distinguishing look, which it did in the original Oblivion, but like with what they did with the remaster, it really like keeps surprising me. Yeah. Oh man, just look at that. So Leyawiin's a cool place. Like I said, not my favorite, but not my least favorite. It's got like a very kind of like, I guess like the way the buildings are spread out. It's very like a grid-based thing. At least that's how it feels. So into the Five Claws Lodge, where apparently we've got some Fighters Guild members causing some trouble here.
You shouldn't be here.
Hi, gentlemen.
Don't
I'm
get your
here
tail
to.
in a knot.
Okay, well, let's not cause any more
You've
trouble.
always
I
been
can
too smart for your own good.
see what you guys have done here. There's literal blood on the
More
floor.
beer, sweet cakes.
Jesus. Hi.
Your Fighters Guild. Get them out of here.
Witsadutsi.
What happened here?
Causing trouble? Yes. Causing much trouble. Scaring customers. Breaking furniture. Bad men.
No, they're just having a crazy night out on the town. Let's just let them unwind. I'll get them out of here. Don't worry about it.
Make them leave now.
If it weren't
Absolutely.
for me,
You'll keep your nose out of this if you know what's good for you.
Excuse me, I'm representing the Fighters Guild, I'll have you know, and you've got nothing in your hand. I don't know if this is some sort of like mockery that you're directing at me, but I need you to stop causing trouble here.
Trouble? Trouble, you're damn right. But it's not us, friend. The real trouble's with the Blackwood Company. They're what's causing trouble.
I like how he's supposed to be drinking mid-conversation, and he's drinking nothing.
What is this Blackwood Company?
Mercenaries is what they are. And they've hung up a shingle here in Leyawiin. Vantis can tell you more.
They've hung up a shingle? What does that even mean? Oh, I guess that means like, yeah, they're established because you're hanging up a shingle.
you'd be
Mind your own
mucking
business.
stables in Orsinium. It's not wise to interrupt us in the middle of our discussion.
Yeah, you're not really discussing anything. You're holding up an empty cup to your face and brushing it along your cheek.
I heard you guys are causing trouble here.
I don't think so. I'll tell you what real trouble is. It's trying to pay my debtors when there's no work. It's my wife taking in wash to buy food. That's been the state of things since the Blackwood Company began moving in.
How did you afford your like full set of armor? Man, at the end of the day, you could probably sell that entire set. Not much in game, but if this were, you know, a normal economy, I feel like you'd make a decent amount. It's nice and shiny and full.
Tell me about this Blackwood Company.
I spit on them. Mercenaries sent by the Emperor to reclaim territory in Black Marsh. When they failed, they came back and set up shop. They've been undercutting us on contracts ever since, and they've no qualms about accepting jobs no guild member would be caught dead doing.
Interesting. The Emperor sent them to reclaim Black Marsh territory, which belongs to the Argonians.
You need work to keep busy, don't you?
A brilliant idea. Orion only sends his best these days. Tell you what, you go find us some paying work and we'll happily go about it.
Okay, I'll do my best. Do you happen to know anything about the Fighters Guild jobs around town?
Jobs would be great. Too bad no one is giving us any these days. If you can find some work for us, we'll do it.
Okay, well, I'll go check.
But
You
you're
don't
obliged,
belong
my
here.
friend.
Get out.
Bye!
Are you still talking? Find us work and money.
Jeez, I like that headband, though. Yeah, have you heard of any Fighters Guild jobs at all?
Jobs are good. I need more money, so I need more jobs for money.
For money, right,
Show
got
me
that.
something.
I have nothing
You've
to
always
show.
been
Maybe
too
Witson
smart for your
Dootsy
own
knows
good.
about Fighters Guild jobs.
Your Fighters Guild. Get them out of here.
Yeah, I'm trying, but I need to know about...
Are there any Fighters Guild jobs around, do you know?
Jobs around here? Don't know that I trust you enough to recommend you to anyone.
I like how we're giving her a solution to her problem, and she's like, I don't think I'm going to tell you about that.
What about the Blackwood Company? Know anything about that?
They have caused trouble here as well. But they have gold to pay for the trouble. Things are always better when served with gold.
Fair enough. Okay, so we need to persuade her, which again, we could just use the Voice of the Emperor power, but I actually like the persuasion.
We'll
wheel.
see.
It's fun. So we're going to do it. Oh, we have a lot of gold too. Nice. We probably want to go back once we have 2K, although it doesn't really matter. We can go back every 1K that we have. We're going to need 3K total though. So let's begin. All right, looking at her face, they made this harder because it's harder to distinguish what they do and don't like. So hate is here, dislike is here. So bam,
Blah, blah, blah. Oh,
bam,
that-
bam,
that's
bam.
just talk.
and then
You're
bam,
a big fat liar.
bam,
Is-
bam,
is
bam.
that so?
and then
You're
bam,
pathetic.
bam,
You're-
bam,
is
bam,
that so?
and then bam,
That's right,
bam,
is
bam,
you're
bam.
a big fat liar.
You're a big fat liar. Screw you.
All right,
I
bam,
like that. I
bam,
like you.
bam, bam.
You're full of it.
and then we have to stop there. So we're 1 point off. So we do need like a sort of charm spell because 38 gold for 3 dispositions sucks. Now I'm gonna try the weapon thing actually.
Make them leave now.
So
do
if we
you want?
draw our weapon,
Your fight.
and then if we persuade her, let's take a look at the
All
disposition.
right.
So yes, it did drop to 59, but I might have screwed myself over because we already did the wheel. Oh no, we can still do it.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
cool. So
I like that. A
crap, I
lot.
messed this one up. Whoops.
Blah. That's just talk.
Yeah, I messed that one up. Okay, so let's see.
Thank
This
you.
one, this one. I still messed it
Where'd
up.
you get that? That's
Jeez
that's
Louise,
just
dude.
Talk.
Yeah, we just got to get this small ring
Oh,
there
God.
and there.
Where'd you get that? That's good.
Okay, so now we're at 68 disposition. So
Make
then if
them
I
leave
store
now.
my weapon,
Your-
talk to her again, it should go up by
Please,
10.
go
Yep.
on.
So then it goes up to 78. So 8 plus the, 70 plus 8. So we just need to get it to 70 basically. So now she should tell me about,
So again, about those Fighters Guild jobs.
Jobs for the Fighters Guild. Try Margart. If she's not at home or at the 5 Claws, she's probably out looking for alchemical ingredients.
yeah, perfect. So so everything still works the same basically as OG Oblivion.
Anything else?
There's nothing new I can tell you about jobs for your guild.
Well, thank you for telling me about Margard. I feel like if you just told me that immediately, we would have been out of your hair, your frill.
Make them
faster.
leave now.
I'm trying my
Send over a
best.
drink.
Y'all are asking me to balance so many things here. My God.
Okay, so we got to go find Margart, which is an unfortunately very ugly name. No offense to any Margarts out there. Margart. It just sounds like a troll name or something. So let's go back to the 5 Riders stables. Why is she out here? I think I may know why. But that seems like an odd place for Margart to be. Now, little tip, by the way, if you ever try to track somebody down, it kind of sucks. Oh, look at the atmosphere down here, because we're close to Black Marsh, which is obviously like, wetland or, high humidity. So notice how the terrain changes. So as I was saying, whenever you need to track somebody down, it's better to just go there manually as opposed to fast traveling, because if you fast travel, it takes up more time typically, so they might, like, move away, is what I'm saying. Yo, what up?
Yes?
Margart. I'm looking for someone in need of a fighter's guild to help them out. Is that you, Margart?
I suppose I've got something I could use the guild's help with. I need ogre teeth and minotaur horn for my alchemy experiments. They're tough to get, but I prefer fresh, and I'll pay well. And I just don't trust those Blackwood Company folks to find them. I'm not sure about you either. Tell you what, if you bring me back 5 portions of ectoplasm, I'll give my business to the guild. That's my offer.
I just realized, I wonder what ecto is in terms of, like, a root word.
Okay, anything else?
Come back when you've got the ectoplasm, and we'll talk about those other men getting work from me.
Yeah, this quest I would probably rank
Take care.
as one of my absolute least favorite quests in the entire game, honestly. This quest is like so much just like, you know, go talk to the dudes, then they want you to find this lady to give them work, then you have to go and get ectoplasm to even get her to give them the work. It's like a lot of run around, you know, they're giving you the run around. It doesn't feel very respectful either. They're not respecting you whatsoever. It's ridiculous. And you're just doing your best trying to make the Fighters Guild cohesive. Utter ludicrousness. Anyways, so I do remember this always being a weird issue, getting the ectoplasm. And I was musing on ecto because I love, I'm a bit of a word nerd. So like ecto, I'm like, what does ecto mean? Because you have the Ecto 1, which is the car that the Ghostbusters use, right? And that's obviously related to ghosts, so ecto. Does ecto just mean ghost? Try to think of other words that ecto is like a part of. Ectoplasm, obviously, the things that ghosts leave behind. Who's shouting right now? So there's a couple of alchemy stores in the Marketplace District. I think there's one right here, the main ingredient. There's also the Gilded Carafe, or Carafe. Not sure how to pronounce that. But this one, hopefully we get lucky, because I think it is based on luck, and this guy hopefully has some ectoplasm.
Any friend of the Society is a friend of mine. Have a look around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because we did the unfriendly competition thing.
Do you know anything about Nirnroot, by the way?
Good luck with your field work for Sindarian.
How do you know that? This guy's like omniscient. What do you think of Thorinir?
Well, maybe Thorinir wasn't responsible for digging up those corpses. But good riddance to his insane prices. Nice job.
Did they always have these interactivity, like with the quests that we've already done? Because that's super duper cool. And I don't feel like I've ever seen that.
I have potions and everything you need to make your own.
Well, let's see what you have. So he does have some alchemy upgrades, but we've got bigger things to spend money on. So this is alphabetical, and unfortunately, in the E zone, no ectoplasm. So that sucks. Oh, glow dust we do need, actually. Shoot, I don't really want to spend the money. We'll come back for it. We are going to need glow dust, I do believe, but we might be holding on to it for a while. It might be better to go get the other stuff first. Okay.
Be seeing you.
Bye. So yeah, I think there's another, the Gilded Carafe, I think is alchemy, which is weird. Is there that much demand for alchemy stuff? So there's a jewelry store. This is the feed bag. Where's the Gilded Carafe? Jensen's merchandise. The Three Brothers goods. Black Horse Courier. It's got to be over here, I would assume. Yep, the Gilded Carafe, and it does have an alchemy symbol on it. Which again, it's kind of weird that there's 2 alchemy stores. I don't even know if they're supposed to be distinguished. Also, she's got a Nirnroot back there, but I think we're not going to steal. God, look at that crystal ball looks. It looks so good. So yeah, she does have a Nirnroot back there, by the way, if you do want to steal it.
Hello again. You're more than welcome here. I have everything for the budding alchemist under one roof.
She said hello again, but we've never been here.
What do you think about Thorinir? Just curious.
Thorinir didn't turn out to be such a bad fellow after all. I'm glad he decided to join the Society.
That's definitely a new voice, too. Okay.
I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
Well, let's hope you're correct. Gosh dang it. Emetic Rasula cap and Dryad Saddle Polypore cap. So literally no ectoplasm, because it would be in the E and the alchemy zone.
You too.
Yeah, this is always an issue. This is a really annoying quest because you genuinely just have to get lucky with the ectoplasms appearing. Now, you could go and hunt down ghosts, which we haven't even seen yet. Because, yeah, there are ghosts that drop the ectoplasm. I'm not sure what's better. I feel like waiting for the merchants to have updated inventories is your best bet than trying to hunt down 5 ghosts. I'm trying to remember if there's any like weird tip for this. There might be. We're gonna wait for this a day. I don't know when shops inventories refresh. I always forget that. It's either like 2 days or it's like 2 weeks, but 2 weeks sounds way too long. Spotted a weird guy down over there. So anyways, yeah, I think it's like 2 days. Interesting that that's locked, even though it's 2:42 p.m. Definite business hours. Okay, let's go see if her inventory has updated here. I feel like it's 2 days specifically.
Hello again.
Yo, what up? I'm looking for some
Have a look
ectoplasm.
You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
Do you got the ectoplasm? EF. No, still the emetic Rasula cap. Okay, so I'm going to see if there's any easier way to get ectoplasm, if there's any like little hints or tips.
Goodbye.
And I will see you in just a second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so yeah, this is luck of the draw sort of thing, as far as I can tell. I did already buy 2 ectoplasms, but now this guy has 4. So as you can see, you can basically just get super duper lucky. So we're gonna buy those ectoplasms. And then we're going to take a look at our miscellaneous ingredients, or our all items. If we go down to ecto, we should have 5. Yes, 5 ectoplasms.
Tell your friends about me.
I will not, because your stock is very dynamic, the opposite of static, which sounds good, but it's not good. Your stock changes too much. Little pro tip, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, for anybody trying to complete this quest. If you go to Skingrad, the alchemy shop there, I think it's called like All Things Alchemical, something like that. It will always have ectoplasm. Otherwise, and there's a Daedric shrine that also always has an ectoplasm, but that's a little out of the way. You got to go to like the shrine to get it. However, if you go to, the main ingredient and then also the gilded carafe and basically wait 2 in-game days, because it seems to restock their inventory after 48 hours. And if you keep rinse and repeating that, you will eventually get lucky and find yourself, some ectoplasm. And then hopefully, I wish you the best of luck that he just has 4 or 5 ectoplasms in his inventory, or they do in general. But we have been able to find the 5 ectoplasms, and also right there, you can see what I was talking about, where basically she was outside the walls, but since we fast traveled, now she's somewhere else entirely. So if you're trying to track somebody down, depending on how close you are to them, it can be better to genuinely just like walk up to them, because if you fast travel, they might move locations, just as a heads up. So that's what I was worried about. Yeah, so we're gonna wait 9, 10, 11 hours, because I was worried about her door being locked, which would mean that she's in bed. Obviously, we need to wait for her to be out and about and doing stuff. So, we're going to take a look at her compass up there, and she just walked out. Look at our luck.
Have you found me ectoplasm?
That I have. And by the way, it was very expensive, I'll have you know. I'm just giving this to you as like a favor, I suppose. Yeah, here's the ectoplasm.
Well, you've got the ectoplasm. Seems you Fighters Guild types can do a job when you put your mind to it. Tell your men I'll pay them for minotaur horns and ogre teeth. The Fighters Guild will be my sole supplier. I look forward to doing more business.
Yeah, I bet you do, because you just got 5 very expensive pieces of alchemical ingredients, Margart. Anything else about the Fighters Guild?
Like I told you, I can use minotaur horn and ogre teeth. If your guild brothers bring me some, I'll pay well.
I do wonder, I always
Take
think
care.
about stuff like, are there other interactions? For instance, if you have a Minotaur horn and ogre teeth, which are things you can get in Oblivion, will she change her dialogue? That'd be interesting. Oblivion doesn't do that too often, but sometimes it does.
I've told you what we need. Until we've work, we'll stay here.
Right. Well, I do have a job for you, brother.
Find ingredients from our guard, huh? Works for me. I'll let the other men know. Appreciate your help, friend. And Orion should be happy.
Yeah, I would hope so, because I'm doing a heck of a lot of legwork here. Any other info on the Fighters Guild jobs, brother?
My men and I should be able to keep busy for now. Thank you for your help.
No prob, Bob. Goodbye. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. Bye. Okay, so let's go ahead and head back to Coral. Which, by the way, a little pro tip here, too. When you're heading back to Coral, yeah, it's best to fast travel to the north gate because you'll be literally right next to the Fighters Guild. I don't know why I didn't do that the last time. Kind of silly, if you ask me. And then you should be able to just go into the back here, which is very similar to the Companions Guild in Skyrim, kind of going through that back entrance. Also, I have noticed, yeah, it's weird. When you open the doors, they are opening to a brick wall. So hopefully that's a little visual thing they'll patch to at some point.
I'm looking for results from you. What have you found out?
What up, friend? I figured out what was going on and I fixed the trouble.
The Blackwood Company has taken that much of a foothold in Leyawiin. Those sons of... Never mind. You've done your job. Here's your payment for it.
Thank you. Okay, how much do we get? 200 gold? Yeah, not great, especially with how much gold. I mean, that was basically how much we spent on the ectoplasm. Kind of ridiculous, if you ask me. Can I get an advancement?
You've done well. Because of your efforts, you have achieved the rank of Swordsman of the Fighters Guild.
Hell yes, brother. And another trophy on the way. We get a little, shield icon. I wonder if these are the original Oblivion icons, because they did look like this, like on Xbox 360 way back in the day.
Any other duties, sir?
I don't have anything for you right now. Speak with Azan or Grokash. Get some more seasoning, and maybe I'll have something.
Ooh,
or
seasoning.
Perhaps you're ready for advancement.
I'm ready, but I don't think you're ready to give it to me, Modron.
Stay with it.
Okay, bye. All right, so now we want to get some more money. I think we need a total of 3,000 gold in order to be able to fully complete Dunbarrow Cove, which would be fantastic. So we're going to head to the Market District, and at the beginning of the next episode, I will do all of our selling. And then I think we head back to the arena and do the next leg of the arena. So that'll be where we end here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for watching. As always, you can click join under the video if you'd like to support, become a member, and also get these videos early. And thank you very much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.